maybe when you get a little older, you'll mellow out a little bit, be a little more like him? Or
No, I don't think so.
Nothing like that?
I think I'm just going to get worse.
That's good. That's good. I think everybody will enjoy that.
Sad, but there's really no excuse, really. I was huffing because I'm a so I'm in recovery. You might not look at me smoking being sober, but I do.
Where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life.
I had interviewed him, I think maybe like a week and a half before he passed. I'm not sure, but it came out 3 days before he passed. And when he came in that time, he definitely was not in a great mental state. Like I remember you saying that you hadn't interviewed him for like over a year before he passed. It was the same thing with me, where I was kind of interviewing him regularly, and then I didn't do it for a period of, I don't know, a year or two.
Major developments are shaking up the industry once again. The FBI has reportedly leaked an audio recording from the late Aaron Carter, and it's already sparking heated conversations online. In the recording, Aaron allegedly makes claims involving Diddy that could expose even deeper layers of the entertainment world's dark side, with fans demanding answers and the industry's power dynamics under the microscope. This revelation might be a turning point in uncovering the truth behind the struggles and silence of young stars like Aaron. Let's dive into what this leaked audio means and the implications it could have for hip-hop and beyond. Diddy's name is getting dragged deeper into the mud with every new accusation thrown his way. Ever since his indictment, the man's been drowning in a storm of criminal and civil lawsuits, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. The latest? A jaw-dropping 25 lawsuits claiming inappropriate relationships with underage individuals. The streets have been buzzing for months about his past ties to Justin Bieber and Usher during their early careers. But now there's a new name making waves in the conversation: Aaron Carter. Aaron met Diddy when he was just 9 years old, and now rumors about that connection are sparking major debates across social media. Just when you think the situation can't get any darker, another skeleton comes tumbling out. With the way this is playing out, Diddy might just find himself at the center of the biggest scandal hip-hop has ever seen. Aaron Carter was once the golden boy of pop, a child star who lit up the scene like no one else. At just 9 years old, he dropped his debut album, captivating audiences worldwide and cementing his place as one of the brightest young stars in the industry. But as bright as his star shined, it burned out just as fast. Fame at such a young age is no joke, but insiders say Aaron's downfall wasn't just about the pressures of being a child star. Behind the scenes, he may have been caught up in manipulation and Hollywood's allegedly toxic underbelly. What's even darker, claims that Aaron's own parents knew about the shady things happening to him, but chose to look the other way instead of stepping in to protect him. Jaguar Wright told us about it too.
Because he begged for help in front of the world. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not suicidal. And no one said anything.
But Aaron is far from being the only one in this predicament. Justin Bieber's story isn't too far removed from Aaron's. Like Aaron, Justin was thrown into the industry as a kid and exposed to the murky side of fame way too early. While Justin's journey left scars, he managed to survive in ways Aaron couldn't. But the story still has its dark chapters. At 13, Justin was signed by Scooter Braun and was supposed to be getting guidance as a rising artist. Instead, things took a creepy turn when Justin was sent to Diddy under the guise of mentorship. The parallels between his story and Aaron's are hard to ignore. It gets worse. Back in 2009, reports claim that Usher, who had just won the bidding war for Justin's contract, signed over the legal guardianship of Justin to Diddy for 48 hours. Yup, 48 hours. Since then, Justin's never been the same. You can't help but wonder, what could have happened in that short time to leave such a lasting mark on him?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
But that is not the only old clip of Justin Bieber and Diddy that has been making rounds recently. The internet is buzzing like crazy over this video too, where Diddy seems to cut Justin off right when Justin looks like he's about to spill some tea.
What's going on with you guys? Are you working together?
I'm not. I mean, I think that we've become friends in a strange way, you know?
Like Robin Big.
Yeah, it's like, exactly.
I'm big and you're Robin.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
Justin,
Fans are now replaying the footage with fresh eyes, noticing a tension that somehow flew under the radar for over a decade. But that's not the only clip raising eyebrows. Another video shows a visibly uncomfortable Justin shivering, while Diddy questions him about why he hasn't been in touch. Social media is lighting up, with fans pointing out the red flags that were overlooked for years. Moments that once seemed harmless now feel heavy, revealing just how much pressure and danger young stars like Justin were under. Both Aaron Carter and Justin Bieber started out as talented kids, just trying to make it in an industry that often preys on the vulnerable. What's tragic is that the very people who should have had their backs, their guardians, mentors, and insiders, let them down, blinded by greed and ambition. The cycle of exploitation and manipulation in the industry is nothing new, but the stories keep getting darker. Fans are even questioning Usher's role in all this. Allegedly, Usher handed over 13-year-old Justin to Diddy for mentorship, perpetuating the same toxic patterns he experienced as a kid. Let's not forget that Usher himself lived with Diddy for a whole year when he was just 13.
We're sending you
New
over
York
to something
City.
called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
If 48 hours with Diddy left Justin scarred, imagine what an entire year might have done to Usher. While none of this is officially confirmed, the eerie parallels between these stories are hard to ignore. The whispers, the resurfaced videos, and the chilling anecdotes suggest something bigger. For years, fans have been demanding a reckoning in the entertainment industry, a full-on purge to expose its darkest corners. But the chances of that happening still feel slim. One place that always seems to come up in these conversations is Diddy's infamous Flavor Camp. Even Usher, who went through it firsthand, once said there's no way he'd ever send his own son there. That speaks volumes about whatever went down behind those closed doors. Aaron Carter's life is a tragic reminder of the price some stars pay in this cutthroat industry. Once a teenage pop icon dominating the late 90s, Aaron was beloved by fans everywhere. But the fame that came so young brought trauma he never fully recovered from. His fall from grace and untimely shocked the world, serving as a grim example of the toll Hollywood can take. Aaron Carter was always transparent about his mental health struggles and his attempts to seek help.
This is Aaron Carter. I want to verify that this is actually my GoFundMe page. There's been a lot of misdirection that I've had to do in order to protect myself from being the silence breaker for my brother who is a and now they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. And Brad Paisley, who sued Sony Records for $10 million. They owe me money, and they're trying to. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. My realtor won't sell my house. They're all involved in this and they're trying to keep me there. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage saying I wanted to hang myself.
However, according to the medical examiner's report, he was found incapacitated in his bathtub with strong substances in his system contributing to his untimely passing. Here's where things get suspicious. Aaron repeatedly claimed that the narrative of him having severe substance issues was exaggerated by the media. He was vocal about how he believed his story was being manipulated to fit a larger agenda. This raises serious questions about the circumstances of his and whether there's more to the story. Aaron also believed he was being unfairly targeted, suggesting that powerful figures in the entertainment industry were working to silence him while painting him as unstable. Hollywood has a long history of hiding dark secrets, and with all the recent allegations and scandals, it's hard to dismiss the idea that something sinister might have been involved. Industry elites seem to control narratives, using their influence over the media to shape public perception however they see fit. After the explosive allegations surrounding Diddy, many fans are re-examining voices like Aaron's, artists who were seemingly discarded by an unforgiving system. Although the official cause of Aaron's death was listed as accidental drowning, fans and even some family members have struggled to accept this conclusion. Loyal supporters who grew up with Aaron's music are diving deep, trying to uncover the truth and consider whether something darker might have been at play. Strangely, insider reports suggested Aaron was in a good place just weeks before his death. He had put the home where he was found up for sale and even posted on X, formerly Twitter, about his plans for a fresh start, saying, "Selling my second home. Real estate has been super good to me. Ready for a new chapter in my third home, where I plan on staying to make a beautiful life for my family. This year has been super tough, but I've learned so much. Thanks for the support, everyone." This optimistic post had fans scratching their heads. How could someone planning such a bright future suddenly pass away under such tragic circumstances? Adding to the mystery, several family members who were reportedly estranged from Aaron during his lifetime quickly posted emotional tributes after his passing, something they hadn't often done while he was alive. This sudden change in behavior left fans questioning their sincerity and wondering if there's more to the story. Some of Aaron's closest relatives have openly rejected the coroner's findings, adding another layer of intrigue to this already heartbreaking tale. But there's more suspicion. Aaron Carter's ex-fiancée, Melanie Martin, expressed her doubts about the official reports, telling TMZ it claims his was by drowning, but also says he was wearing a t-shirt and necklace in the bathtub. That doesn't make sense. Why would he be in a bathtub with clothes on? I'm still in shock and miss Aaron every day. I don't understand the chain of events, and this report only raises more questions. Aaron's mother echoed these concerns in emotional Facebook posts, revealing that her son had been the target of threats, a claim Aaron himself had made while he was alive. Fans have long speculated about mysterious in the music industry, particularly involving artists who started questioning their contracts or catalogs. That's why you can still read comments such as these. "It's sad everyone believes it was an overdose when he was 5 years clean, regularly being drug tested, in rehab, receiving counseling, working on getting his son back. No longer with his ex, though the media keeps calling her his fiancée. She told him he was going to die right before he died, was stalking him, was magically right at his house right after he died. Called the police on him right before he was to head to Florida, accusing him of being on drugs, and it's proven he wasn't, which delayed him leaving because the police mentioned something about his RV tire. He was talking about feeling like his life was at risk and wanting to live somewhere more secure, and then all of a sudden dies of an overdose in a bathtub, fully dressed like so many other celebs. Nothing about that adds up, and the pushed mainstream narrative that everyone seems to have bought into is an obvious lie. But the majority always buy into the pushed narrative for everything, even when facts that prove that narrative wrong are presented. Maybe there's actually more to this than we know, and here's why we say that. Aaron Carter's life was anything but ordinary, but one story about his encounter with Michael Jackson still raises eyebrows and leaves unanswered questions. In his memoir, An Incomplete Story of an Incomplete Life, Aaron shared a disturbing memory from a night at Neverland Ranch, adding more complexity to the legacy of both stars. Aaron, who often spoke of Michael as a kind and generous mentor, recounted a strange and unsettling experience. After a birthday party at Michael's home, Aaron says he was given a cot to sleep on in Michael's bedroom. He accepted the gesture, but in the middle of the night, Aaron claimed he woke up to find Michael at the foot of his cot, wearing only his underwear. Aaron described the moment as confusing, saying he wasn't sure if Jackson was sleepwalking. After shouting to wake Michael, Aaron said that Michael mumbled something and returned to his bed. Aaron chose not to confront him about it the next day, brushing it off as one of Michael's well-known eccentric behaviors. While Aaron always maintained that Michael never harmed him, he admitted the incident felt inappropriate. Aaron's memoir, released after his untimely reignited debates over Michael's behavior and left fans divided. Some see Aaron's story as an honest attempt to share his truth, while others dismiss it as a calculated move by publishers to sell books. Adding to the mystery is the timing of Aaron's death. Just before he passed, Aaron tweeted at Kanye West, hinting at a desire to collaborate on exposing Hollywood's dark side. This was during Kanye's infamous period of calling out the industry. Many think Aaron wanted to reveal his own experiences before his life tragically ended in what was reported as an accidental drowning. Aaron Carter's story is one of trauma, fame, and unsettling revelations, leaving many to wonder if he ever fully processed the darkness he encountered in the industry. For years, Aaron praised Michael Jackson as a kind friend, but as he matured, cracks appeared in his narrative, hinting at deeper complexities in their relationship. Now, with Aaron's untimely death in 2022, The question remains, will his story push the entertainment industry to confront its dark history, or will it just fade into another tabloid headline? But Michael wasn't the only name tied to Aaron's shocking claims. Diddy's connection to Aaron has sparked intense speculation. Aaron tragically passed away in a bathtub, joining a chilling list of stars like Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, and even Matthew Perry, whose deaths occurred under eerily similar circumstances. While some brush these off as coincidence, others can't help but notice the patterns, especially when paired with Aaron's cryptic warnings before his. In the months leading up to his passing, Aaron spoke about feeling trapped, even saying that his realtor refused to sell his home when he wanted to leave. These cries for help, dismissed by many as paranoia, are now being reconsidered in light of his associations with powerful figures like Diddy. Photos from Aaron's youth show him attending events with Diddy, seemingly innocent at first glance. However, insiders claim Aaron may have been drawn into Diddy's notorious parties, exclusive gatherings rumored to be a free-for-all of excess and exploitation. Some go as far as saying that Aaron's presence at these events wasn't entirely voluntary, with whispers of hidden cameras capturing far more than just party antics. Adding fuel to the fire, Kanye West has publicly accused Diddy and others, like Harley Pasternak, of being part of a larger Hollywood machine that silences those who don't comply. Kanye even shared chilling texts allegedly from Pasternak, threatening institutionalization if he didn't fall in line. When paired with Aaron's cries for help, a disturbing picture begins to emerge, one of an industry that controls, manipulates, and silences its stars. Aaron's life was anything but simple. Thrust into fame at a young age, he lacked protection from the darker sides of Hollywood. As he grew older, Aaron began to realize the full extent of what he had been exposed to, and it seemed like he was ready to speak out. Tragically, he never got the chance, leaving behind more questions than answers, and a legacy of warning signs the industry still refuses to address. While none of these theories have been confirmed, the circumstances surrounding Aaron's death only add to the ongoing conversation about the dark and shady side of the entertainment world. What do you think? Could Diddy really be involved in the allegations tied to young stars like Aaron, Justin Bieber, and Usher? And is there more to Aaron Carter's than what we've been told? Let us know your thoughts. One thing is clear, the entertainment industry's power players are under more scrutiny than ever. Right now, Diddy is in the spotlight, and with an explosive trial on the horizon, more secrets and scandals are likely to emerge.